I feel since I was kind of personally attacked here, and that I should say something here. Chuck, I never ever said anything against you walking the neighborhood with block by block, but you did suggest that the A&W be bought possibly with block by block or a nonprofit, and that's all.
I never said block by block. I said maybe it could be a nonprofit organization.
Okay, Chuck. Okay, no, Chuck.
Lisa?
And when I do stand in front of the city council, anyone who knows me knows that I do my research and I do have my documentation and my facts are straight. So I don't like being attacked on that, please. Thank you. That's my reputation.
Well, just wait a second. This marching officer, you got another question or comment?
I wanted to address what Mike, his problem with the sidewalks being destroyed. I had the same worry about my property, so I called the city. I can't remember who, but it was probably Jennifer Pratt. And I told her what the problem was, because there's going to be 2 houses torn down, I think on both sides of my property, and I didn't want my driveway all torn up. And I was wondering about hearing about these sidewalks. So she got a hold of the demolition contractor, and he called me, and the first thing he asked me was if there's an alley behind my house. Is there an alley behind your house? Okay, so what they will do, and they started by saying, well, we'll take out the house that's farthest from your house first. We will enter from the alley, and we won't even cross the sidewalks. And then we will park any trucks that are necessary in that first house that is taken out. And then we will take out the house that's closest to yours. And we won't even come close to your house. So the reason I wanted to bring this up is so that everybody will hear this. If they're worried about the sidewalks, call the city, tell them what you're worried about. They will get a hold of the proper people, and they will call you back and work it out if it's at all possible. And it's so simple. So that's what I wanted to comment on.
Thank you.
Is there any more? Oh, one more question.
Earlier, the mayor was talking about the various plans for helping mitigate against floods. And one question I have has to do with the city council, maybe Greg, participating more actively and even providing leadership in managing our watershed. You know, Senator Hogue has been advocating that, and he and Cami R.N. Cheyenne up at UNI and the Flood Center at Iowa City have all been working to develop a watershed district. And you know, in Minnesota they've already got a Cedar River watershed district that's got its plan finalized, and their website is easy to get to. It's just Cedar River Watershed District. And so you can find out what they've already laid some groundwork for. And what I wanted to ask was, now that Greg is reporting directly to the council, if maybe his job description would include going up to this meeting on April 30th in Cedar Falls at UNI at the Center for Energy and Environmental Education from 1 to 4 o'clock to learn what's going on with efforts to get our watershed better managed. And the reason I even bring this up at all is not academic, but the more we can reduce the amount of water that comes into Cedar Rapids, the lower the levee or the flood controls we have to have here. So we could, by managing this watershed better, we could buy down the level of the levee or the dikes or whatever it is that we have to put up here. Instead of going up 35 feet or whatever it is, maybe we could get by with 27 feet or something like that. So that's just, my question is, does the council plan to consider taking some leadership in helping get this watershed district formed? And do you plan to ask Greg to participate in helping advise you and inform you about this?
Justin Shields works with our legislative group, and Chris Julik and I have both been involved in that. And since the flood, legislatively, we've been talking to Senator Hogue, and I know Justin's attended a number of his meetings. And